Hey guys, welcome to Grounded Roots Healing. I am Jason, and this is Grounded Roots Healing. And today I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a long time, and that's make a prediction. So, uh, a lot of my earlier videos, they were tapping into the clairsentience, the clair-knowing, and when this all started for me, well, there is no real start to any of this. The start is when you get incarnated. But when my, I say openness to more spiritual topics and the existence of psychic abilities and this type of thing, it happened at a very specific time for me. It happened over a 3-day period, which extended and hasn't stopped since, but it's changed. And in that 3-day period, I went into a full Christ consciousness. And I was doing things like automatic writing and getting downloads and access to the Akashic records, and I was able to do specific predictions on what things would happen based on which timeline. So my understanding of all of this stuff was pretty weak at the time. And it's definitely clarified a lot. Now, I'd gotten away from all of this, well, primarily because it's very hard to do accurately predicting events because timelines. And people get annoyed when your timeline's off. If your prediction, it may be right, it may be likely is 100% correct, but whether or not that person is on the timeline that you're predicting it for, and the timing of the events that are very hard to nail down. So I got away from it, and I've done a few videos based more generalized on what's going to happen, and then those downloads, they stopped for whatever reason. My higher self, it's divine timing, but my higher self felt that it wasn't something I needed to talk about right now. So that's the collective wasn't something they needed to hear. This is how it works. You're not steering the ship. You're getting spoon-fed the things you need as you need them. So when your intuition hits, like it just did for me today, it all came together and I start to understand what I'm supposed to say. So this is a channeling. I've had a bunch of downloads over the last few days, which is formed into this, well, the predictive image of what's going to come. So in regards to the solar flash and the 3 days of darkness, I've done a video on this, which I will link at the end of this, and describing in detail what it will be. How much detail do I have to go into? I mean, it's a new video, so essentially what I'm predicting is a technological blackout. Well, so there's going to be 3 more waves. There's already been waves. There was waves preceding me of people awakening. There was my wave. There have been many over the years. There's some people that show up here completely awake. And they stay very quiet. So for my wave of awakening, from now till the solar flash, there'll be 3 more. This solar eclipse, this upcoming solar eclipse, is one of those waves. It's a big gateway at which point a large portion of the population is going to wake up. And they'll be looking for people like myself and people who preceded me to wake up in the awakening process to help them understand what's going on. This is one of my roles here, as whatever the heck you want to call me. I've called myself an alchemist. Doesn't really matter. I'm just someone who was completely asleep and woke up and has been getting downloads on how this all works. So that wave, which is coming in not long, it's a few days away, there's going to be a lot of you. And if I'm correct in my assumption, a lot of you will be directed towards channels like mine or my channel, and you'll be able to peruse my content and figure things out. Don't panic, okay? This is going to be scary. A lot of you, you won't understand what's going on at all. And I know that feeling intimately. This is why I went first. Not first, but before you. So that I could get to a point where I can explain it and comfort you so you don't have to freak out. When this happened to me, there was next to nobody shown to me. I'm sure there was people on the internet that I could have been directed to, but the nature of my being is I need to figure this out myself. I need to be shown, and I can't be told. Let's just put it that way. That is the way I am. I've always been that way. Nothing's changed, and that includes in my awakening journey. So I had to do it all myself. I had to experience it all. I had to understand it and figure it all out. Just the way I am. Which makes me particularly well suited to the role that I'm sitting in and while I'm talking to you. So hopefully you won't be as stubborn as I am. And you'll listen to some of the content that's out there and learn to trust your intuition on where the universe is directing you to the correct information, because there is a lot of information that is BS. The big key here is trusting yourself. If content makes you feel nervous, makes you feel worried, makes you feel if they're yelling or you have to listen to me, this is the only way. If they're getting heated, emotional, not emotional, I mean, I get emotional a lot, but I mean emotional as into you need to listen to me, this is the only way, that's the wrong content. It's of no use to you. You're sitting now in what you've awoken to, which is a matrix. It's a system that was put in place by us to learn lessons down here. And at this point in history, it's time for you to step out of this. The process of stepping out of this isn't going to be without challenges and pain. There's a lot of the pain you have to heal from your childhood and before you woke up. And there's a lot of learning to do. But there's nothing to worry about. It's quite the opposite. If anybody's telling you that you need to be worried or panicked or stressed or anything, they are lying to you. You did this to yourself, and I can explain why. It's as simple as that. But the key is, you are the creator. You're in charge. Anyone telling you you need to listen to them is the only way. It's the only way. Steer clear. Okay. So, to you guys who've just showed up to this content, welcome. There will be 2 more waves after this. There will be one around the spring equinox in 2026, in the upcoming spring equinox. There'll be one in the fall, and then the final, which is somewhere between October and March of the following year. So 2026, end of 2026, going into 2027. And then that's it. That's your 3 days, your split, it's over. So you've only got a year to make before paradise on earth. So that's the good news. The bad news is there's a ton of work to do between now and then. I'm trying to not sugarcoat it, because it was harrowing for me. You know, I've spent the last year and a half, longer, going through a particularly difficult childhood and learning all the steps that I needed to learn in the methods to heal all of this. Now, I did that so you don't have to figure out how to do it. There's many like me as well. There's more of me from my wave, and there are a lot of them are making content like this, and that's because that may appeal to you. You may not like my message in the way I deliver it, and that's okay. Find the person that works for you, but just for God's sakes, make sure that they're calm. And the biggest lesson in all of this is that no one is above you. No one knows more than you. They are just farther along the path. So do not take your power and give it to anybody else. Don't do it. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to anybody. I am you, you are me, we are we. We are the same conscious being projecting down into these avatars. You're just having a different life experience and a different avatar. It's just this, projecting down. And the avatars themselves are part of God. Of course they are. I mean, how else could this whole game that you're waking up to work? It's all, so there is no us against them. There is just situations choreographed and timed for you to have an experience of awakening. And your experience of awakening is going to be different than everybody else's. Absolutely will be. You'll be in a different avatar, different gender, different whatever. Everything. There is no one like you. There might be someone like you, but there is no one exactly like you. You're like a divine snowflake, one of a kind. And your path will be absolutely one of a kind. You've just reached the awakening point. And then there's stages to that. This is where I can help you. Don't panic. You're here. Congratulations. I'm sure this goes even deeper for people who have awoken before me, but for my wave, it's been a very lonely couple of years. I'm sitting knowing that none of this matters, this 3D world, that I have a knowing that goes deeper than most, and it's very difficult to find anyone who can see it from the same perspective that I have. So it's a lonely place to be. Fortunately, I came as a team, but, well, not fortunately, this is probably the only way it would have worked for me. Again, not probably. But a lot of us came solo, and they had different paths to this point where I'm at. But there are many like me. But my point was, it is a lonely existence, sitting in this 3D matrix, waiting for the rest of humanity to catch up. I know what my role is, but it is a lonely place to be, waiting. So I'm very happy to have you guys. I'm very excited that this wave is happening, and I'm very excited that the universe gave me the information that I need to make it through to the next wave and the next wave. I know what's coming. Maybe I'll do more detailed videos. It depends what my intuition tells me. But I've been shown what the future looks like. And when I first woke up, I was so excited. I just wanted it to come now. And then the long process of healing this vessel, healing all the trauma, it was daunting, and it did take a long time, and there's no quick way through it. But it is so worth it when you get to the other side. You can go back and look at my story. It's a harrowing journey that I've been on. This wasn't an easy childhood, and I've had a lot of challenges mentally, and well, it's all there in video form. If you binge watch my channel if you'd like. But we've got the 3 days. That's over a year away. It's going to be the final split between the 3D old Earth and the new Earth. I'm experiencing the new Earth because I live in it myself, even though I have to function in the 3D Earth on the outside. The 3D world on the outside is the prevailing situation right now. So you still have to exist in it. You still have to have a job for now, and you still need to participate, because why? I mean, everybody else is existing in the 3D realm. Now, a huge part of this is going to help you a lot is to avoid looking into that window into the 3D. And the best way to do that is to avoid television, news in particular, but television in general, movies, most social media platforms. I mean, it's very difficult to completely wipe that out, because a lot of the information that you're going to need is going to come through videos on YouTube. It's as simple as that. But I absolutely have no idea what's going on in the world, the outside world, because I don't pay attention. All of that is designed specifically, it's propaganda, and it's all designed to keep you from awakening. It will do nothing but instill fear. Watch videos of puppies, little kids, nature scenes, and my channel. Or anyone else that you find and you trust and you know is on the right team. But be very careful, because there are imposters as well. Even in this field, it's rampant. So most of the information coming through these devices that we use is just junk. If you wanna have a smoother time of this, disconnect as much as you can. Go put your feet on the ground. That would be step one. And get into nature as much as you possibly can. Play with animals, kids, get in nature, get in bodies of water, eat well, avoid all the news, and you'll have a huge step towards clearing out any of this low vibrational garbage that's been dumped into your system, and healing some of the damage that's been done. We got to start this process. It's a long process, but it starts by healing the vessel first, plugging the holes in the cup that holds your energy. Anyway, there's a long story. I've done 400 videos, so I can't go through and explain it all in one, but go ahead and watch some of my videos if you'd like. I will link a video here that explains more in detail about the 3 days of darkness, and go ahead and watch that. And then if you have any more questions, put them in the comments. And yeah, suggestions for future videos are always welcome. Welcome, guys. I'm very glad that you're here, and I'm happy to be not alone anymore. And together we're going to build an amazing future for humanity. Rest assured. So like I always say, I hope this video finds you well. I love you all, and we'll see you soon.